What's going on, fellas? It's Cager, and I am back for another video on Super Smash Bros. Switch. For this video, we'll be discussing a rumor I've seen floating around for quite some time, and that is possible changes to Mario's moveset. Since in the initial teaser we saw that Link had his Breath of the Wild design, many fans have speculated that he will get a new moveset that incorporates abilities from that game, and likewise, many have speculated that Mario will get some moveset changes to reflect his abilities from Super Mario Odyssey. Specifically, many people are saying that Mario's side B and down B will be changed. While this could happen, I at least don't think that his down B is going to change. His side B could, but there's still not really a ton of evidence to suggest that. Now, a lot of people are saying that Mario's side B is going to be throwing Cappy rather than using the cape, and this could happen. Like, he's obviously not going to be able to capture anybody, but I don't know, maybe he could just like hit people with the hat, jump on it, to use as recovery, or just like keep it there as a distancing sort of mechanic. I don't really know, guys. Like, this is all like extreme speculation. There really isn't any evidence to suggest this at all, because although we see Link appear in his Breath of the Wild iteration in the teaser, Cappy wasn't there. We just saw Mario with his regular hat. I mean, Cappy could still be there, as you know, like Cappy's eyes kind of pop in and out occasionally, but we did not see any evidence that suggests that Cappy will be there. So there really isn't that much to go on. It's just a lot of people are, developing similar theories, and, could happen, could not. We really don't know at this point. But what I really do not see is Mario's down B being changed. Now, a lot of YouTubers who have talked about Mario's moveset getting changed have suggested making Mario's down B into the ground pound. And honestly, this would have really made a lot of sense if it was that way since the Nintendo 64. I really don't know why Mario had the Tornado as his down special in 64 and Melee rather than a ground pound, because that was in Mario 64. Like, it seemed like that would be a perfect thing to incorporate in his moveset. But he didn't. And now, it really wouldn't make sense. If they do it now, it's going to be a huge missed opportunity. Because so far the only newcomer confirmed for this game is the Inkling, and that got me thinking back to a couple of years ago. So we take a look at Splatoon 1 on the Wii U. There was a huge fake leak around the game's launch time, I think it was, where it showed that using a Mario amiibo would unlock a new mode in which Mario could use FLUDD to wash away ink that the Inklings spray. Someone made a complete fake render of that Mario. I put it in the thumbnail. That's what you guys saw when you clicked on this video. And yeah, I mean, it seems like something that'd be really cool, because that whole game he was trying to wash away paint, and then if he was washing away ink in that, like, that would be kind of similar. But that could very well be what happens in Smash Bros. So a lot of people are saying that the Inklings are gonna like spray their ink on the ground and swim down in it, kind of like they did in Splatoon. So what if Mario's FLUDD could wash away that ink? That would provide a good counter. So I think that would be a good thing, because I could definitely see the Inklings having a potential to be a top-tier fighter. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking right now. Cager, how could you suspect that the Inklings are going to be a high tier if we haven't even seen any gameplay yet? And the answer to that question requires us to take a deeper look into what makes a character top tier. Mobility. Out of every game, the highest tier fighters aren't necessarily the strongest ones. They're the most mobile. Fox, Meta Knight, Bayonetta, Sheik, Cloud, and many other higher tier characters throughout the Smash Bros. Games are so powerful because of their quick attacks and their ability to evade attacks from their opponents quickly as well. We don't know how the Inklings are going to play yet, but we can theorize, and a lot of people, like I said before, have already done this, and they suspect that the Inklings will be able to shoot their ink down, traverse through the map very quickly while swimming in the ink. So a good way to counter this would be if Mario had his FLUDD, so he could just spray away the ink that's there. As of now, all that FLUDD really does, you could use it to create distance between him and his opponents, or to send opponents like off stage a little bit, but it doesn't do a huge amount of knockback, and like, it doesn't do any damage. Maybe to the Inklings it could, honestly, because when they got sprayed with their enemy's ink, they would take damage. So I don't know, maybe FLUDD would be a similar thing. Since it washes away their ink, it could damage them. I don't really know, probably not. But it could definitely wash away their ink, or at least deflect ink that they're shooting at Mario. So it would be something that would make sense for Nintendo to keep in there. I really don't see them, out of all times, taking FLUDD out now, because I feel like that would just be a huge missed opportunity. So I've talked about why Mario should have FLUDD, but if the Inklings are going to be so powerful that they could just spray ink everywhere and go across the whole map, the ink might even slow other players down. Like, this could be a huge deal. Like, the Inklings, I definitely see, unless they just get heavily nerfed, or maybe they can't spread their ink on the ground at all. Who knows? But if they can, and they're this high-tier character, how are people going to counter them? There could be other moves that weren't really that great before that could shine now. Like Rosalina's down B. That, a lot of you guys probably don't even remember that one. It showed like the cursor on the screen from the Mario Galaxy games, and items were brought closer to her, which didn't really matter in competitive because you don't use items, and things were deflected from her, like Mario's FLUDD was actually one of them. It would move around her, and she could use that to like kind of clear up ink. Maybe Palutena's Reflect could do a similar thing where it just, when the wall comes out, it just clears all ink in its path. Things like that, like, could be a counter to this ink. I don't know. The Inklings are a very complicated character, and it's kind of hard to speculate how they're gonna play and how other characters will be able to counter them now. But I just wanted to give some of my thoughts in. I think Mario is definitely keeping FLUDD, especially since the Inklings are there, and it would just make complete sense for that to be a more useful special, because it was very situational in the past, and that can make a new use for it. As for a side B, we really don't know, guys. It's honestly, I'd say it's a 50-50 chance whether or not it gets replaced or not. But that's all I have for today's video, guys. Let me know what your thoughts on this are down in the comments below, and if there's anything else you want me to cover, whether it be Smash related or some other game, let me know as well, and I will try to stick to that. I know I've been doing a lot of Smash videos recently, but I'm open to other things as well. Alright guys, this is Cager, and I'll see you in the next one.